Pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all very much. Please be seated. Please let the record reflect that Brad Tucker, Jimmy Durner, Dana Kerr, and Mary Moss are present. This is a special meeting of the RPB School Board. We have two agenda items. Are there any visitors here that would like to comment? No? Seeing none, we'll move straight to our first item, which is consideration to approve the 2025-2026 Teachers Collective Bargaining Agreement. Dr. Sanders.
Yes, we had, as you know, we had our required public hearing on October 21st, and we went through the contract that night, and I happened to mention how well I thought the bargaining went, and give a lot of credit to Brandy Abel for that, because she did a lot of homework with everybody ahead of time, and so it made it a lot easier when we got to the actual bargaining. I have before you the summary of the tentative agreement, and for ECA guidelines. Basically, what we agreed upon is that we're going to put together a committee. We're going to go through the ECA schedule and then make a decision on any changes that we might need to make, and that we'll get all that finished by the end of this year, by the end of 2025, so that we could make those changes retroactive to the beginning of the 25-26 school year. Second thing is we have in the contract that for a teacher who takes a day off before a break or right after a break, that they are charged 2 paid leave days for every one that they take off. We added the phrase that if a teacher would lose only 1 paid leave day for every half day taken off, and that seems very fair and reasonable. And also we put a timeline on making those decisions, and I don't know if we did. Have we sent out the job form yet to anybody, Jen?
I am just waiting for it to be posted on the staff bookmarks. I put a ticket into tech and I keep checking it, but it's not there yet. Okay. So as soon as that's posted in staff bookmarks, I can send that out along with the new flyer that we have for the Nurture and Nourish stations for our moms coming back from maternity leave. Yeah,
so that'll enable us to, we'll get it well within the 10-day period. It'll probably be with same day now. The other thing is we added days to paid parental leave, moved that from 5 to 10 days. As far as salary goes, we agreed to not make any changes to the base salary for 25-26 school year. Those teachers who are possessing an early literacy endorsement will receive a $200 base increase, and we also agreed that the teachers will receive a one-time stipend payment in the amount of $2,000, and on the last page shows the pay dates for 25-26. I recommend your approval of the tentative agreement.
I'll move approval of the teachers collective bargaining agreement.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions?
One quick question, actually, to Dr. Sanders. First of all, thanks to the Teachers Association and administration for getting this done a little earlier this year, because I know it's a little stressful for this group in here to get it done before Christmas. But when will this be paid? Before Christmas? I've been asked that by a few people.
Yes, we are going to take care of a stipend for principals and support staff. We're going to ask the board to approve that at the November board meeting. So I would say we would pay out all these stipends at one time. which would be after Thanksgiving, early December.
Okay, and what fund will this will come out of our education fund? We have enough in there to support this, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So what is the early literacy endorsement?
So teachers are now required to basically do additional professional development and to, I don't remember how many hours they have to do.
It's 80 hours
80
total,
hours.
and all of our teachers who have gone through OG training, so all of our K through, most of our fourth grade teachers, all have received OG training, which is 25 hours. There's an additional component of that that's 55 more hours. The state does allow teachers, since they've made it a license requirement for anybody who's teaching literacy, or anybody really who's teaching in a K-6 building, or in our case, K-5, that they now have a free program. Free meaning it's at no cost to the teacher, but it's still a time commitment. It's 80 hours. The state also has tried to help soften that blow a little bit by providing a stipend to teachers for completing their 80 hours. That stipend is $1,500, and they're offering it again, which is great. So teachers can go to the DOE website, sign up for the Keys to Literacy training. There's also a shortened Keys to Literacy training that's not 80 hours that complements what they've already done through our training here with OG, and there's modules, science of reading modules. So there are different ways to get there, but ultimately, short answer is 80 hours of professional development. Anybody who is graduating from college now will graduate and have that training already under their belt. So the endorsement that they would go back and take this praxis exam for, it's already included in their undergraduate work. Where the state is having us fill in that gap is anybody who's outside of that window. So anybody who's a practicing teacher. And they gave us some leeway there. So we do have until 2027. So some of our teachers went ahead and applied for their license early, so 24, 25. We even have some that are going to sneak it in 2026, because if they go ahead and get it now, it gives them another 5 to 10 years down the road before the literacy endorsement has to be added. We're not worried about that as a district because they have the minimum training that we're requiring, which is Orton-Gillingham, which we pay for as a district, and we send them to during the day, or we pay them a stipend for any type of out-of-school hours. So we will see more and more teachers who will fall under this literacy endorsement as they're taking that praxis test and getting it added to their license. I think at this point in time, we only have 3 or 4, something like that, who this would affect. I think that we'll start seeing over the next, well, by 2027, we're going to start seeing those coming in, definitely on a more regular basis. So we'll see what that does, but this is a state requirement now. This is in state law that we have to add this to the base. It's not a stipend that we that we give to teachers each year. So as they're getting it, that's why that's being added in there and as part of the contract.
Thank you. I do appreciate the hard work between administration and our teachers to come up with this. I will say, as just my position, I am not a fan of stipends and not moving the grid. I understand it. I understand we've got some financial challenges that are coming down the road, so I understand it, but I don't particularly care for it.
Well, and I think we all agree with that. This is an opportunity for us to really put our school corporation in a better position financially next fall to increase the base and get back to what our usual practice is. So this is considered a one-time effort to get us into a position where we can do exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. But, you know, it's one of those things that if you, next year, they'll be starting off with the same pay that they started with this year. And if they get a $1,500 raise, they're still losing $500 from the previous year. So stipends can cause issues, so I just wanted to say I'm concerned with that.
I
But
appreciate that.
is there any other discussion?
I did have a couple more, Dr. Sanders. One was, do you have the total amount that's coming out of the grand total that's coming from the education for these stipends? The total dollar amount?
No, because we would like to combine that with the work we want to do. We're working on today as far as considering stipends for administrators and support staff. And so
Okay.
when that's all done, I'll give you a full.
Grand total, okay.
Full total.
I want to make sure the teachers understand, as I know there's been discussions about not every teacher's eligible for a tag grant this year, so that's $500 off the table, correct?
Yeah.
So that's that 25% of the teachers will get it this year?
We
And
can have,
and we're still working on a plan for that. I just want to make sure that that's, and we've been put in that position by the legislature, that we have to make these decisions, and I just hope that we're making good conversations back and forth, because that's going to be hanging out there the rest of the school year. So, and that also has an effect, as Mr. Kerr said, what we do financially is what the legislature is kind of dictating what we're going to be doing too. So I do have some concerns about next year, but we have to see what the legislature, if they make any changes or not.
We are in, I think, better shape because we have increased in enrollment. We are in better shape than most school corporations in the state of Indiana. And because of the increase in housing in our community, and we do have a projection based on a demographic study of increased enrollment. So that will certainly help our financial situation. And as we've said many, many times, that over the years that we've made tough decisions in trying to do business better, and that was really the catalyst to going with the stipends. And we do value our teachers.
Absolutely.
From the bottom of our hearts, we value our teachers, and I tell my daughter all the time, who's a teacher, that it's much harder today to be a teacher than it was when I was teaching. And so we need to make sure that we continue to make good financial decisions so we can take care of our teachers.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Our next item is the agreement with Lancer Associates.
Yes, so with our last set of construction projects, I think we've all been happy with the work that Lancer Associates, the architect, has provided us with a very beautiful looking, very well appreciated early childhood center. The field house is almost done, and they really help us to stay on top of things. And so as we're thinking about the next set of projects, we would like to continue that partnership with Lancer. The agreement that you have, that you were able to review and have before you, is on phase one, which is replacing the roofs at all of our schools except for the childhood center. So includes Edgewood High School, Edgewood Junior High School, the intermediate school, and the primary school. As part of this project, will receive a new roof, and also HVAC work at Edgewood High School and Edgewood Junior High School. And so we're paying Lancer for the services of design and making sure that all the legal steps are taken in order to make sure that we get these projects designed appropriately out for bid and make sure that the projects are done according to the specs. And so this contract is for $580,600. And once again, this is only for the work on the roof and HVAC projects.
Do I have a motion?
I'll move approval.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion?
I just want to add, Mr. Kerr, I did talk to the Lancer today. After talking with Dr. Sanders, and on page 4 of the agreement, Creative Engineering is subcontracted. They're used as consultants by Lancer, but they're all part of that lump sum we're paying them too. It's not an extra charge, which was my concern. So they did address that, and I know that Creative Engineering's helped us with some more HVAC problems over the last year or so at the Boys and Girls Club.
Do we have a ballpark of the HVAC and roof projects? I'm just curious, percent-wise, how this compares to the overall project.
Well, that we would have an estimate, but which I don't have in front of me right now, but
That's right, I can go back through the
Yeah.
estimates
Yeah.
we've had before and added that.
I think it's like 2.5 million.
Yeah, the two combined were 8.2 million. The roofs and the HVAC
Right.
were all like 8.2 million
Okay.
combined.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. With that, is there any board member or administration who would like to give a closing comment? Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned.
Good job.